Rockwood 2905 WS Ultralight here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Rockwood's the #1 selling lightweight out there for a number of years. So the question is why? Because they're not the dollar cheaper brand. They're the dollar better brand. And I'm going to kind of try to point out some ways here where they are a little bit different. There are some trailers out there you'll see that do some of the things I point out. There's no other trailer that does all of the things that I point out here, and that's kind of what makes them special. I believe that every trailer is the best for a different reason. I also believe that Rockwood's the best for a lot of those reasons. So let's get dug in. First thing I want to mention, this is an Emerald Edition. That's what's giving us the vanilla ice cream cone skin package with the milk chocolate nose cap and skirting and whatnot. I want to point that out because that's one example of how this could be different from the one we have in stock. That is an upgrade bundle as opposed to the white skin series. If you notice here, we have two power awnings. That's what I love about this thing. It has maximum potential awning coverage, and instead of trying to get silly and put one giant monster awning up there that is going to be too much weight for an awning motor, they split it. You have a dedicated awning over that rear outside kitchen. We'll come back to that in a minute. While we're standing here, I do want to point out though the big baggage compartment we have in here. It is huge. It's about the size of a 3/4 ton pickup bed in terms of cubic foot of storage space. Also notice, we have, even in the basement here, we have LED lights. We have all aluminum welded construction, not bracketed. Bracketed stuff can wiggle. Saves you a lot of money though. The baggage doors here, they're fully laminated, which means they're insulated, because if these weren't, then you would freeze or sweat to death at night because your bed is right above that deck. So this has to be insulated to be that vapor barrier. We have bus style slam latches, and did you notice that we have the magnetic hold back doors? A couple questions people have for us all the time is, what is that little plug? It's a little solar powered plug, or solar prep plug rather. It's made for like a little, what I call suitcase solar panel. It's nothing major, it's not huge, but long story short, if you're dry camping and you want to be able to run like your lights and your fans, they're perfect for that. If you want to run your refrigerator and your AC, they won't do it. You need to get real hardware for that. The front window on here is something a lot of manufacturers have gone away from, because they found out if they don't put a front window in their coach, they could save a lot of money on removing construction from that front wall. Once again, that's not something Rockwood does. They don't strip construction anywhere. The whole front wall behind this thing is all aluminum caged, so that this thing is going to stay light yet stay strong. The up front here we have 30-pound propane tanks instead of 20s, as is customary in a lot of the market today, especially lightweights. You're going to get 50% more dry camp time out of this. That's what they're looking for, or just more time between refills. The power tongue jack and the power awnings, plural, they are things that seem to be virtually standard by today's standards, but I guess that was a little Department of Redundancy department right there. But long story short, what I'm getting at is there's different grades. You know, there's high, medium, low, so to speak, and Rockwood uses the high grade. By the way, little things like they're using the better quality latches here, stuff like that adds up over time. By the way, and this comes in at 6,570 pounds. That's not bad, considering we've got a super slide and a bedroom closet slide out that normally travel trailers don't feature, but this isn't normal. This is a Rockwood. Still only 6,500 pounds. That's stellar, guys. Frameless windows are part of that Emerald series. They give it a cool space age look. And you notice they hide the seals under the UV tinted window pane. UV tinted means the sun's not going to destroy that petroleum based seal. Anything petroleum based, like your tires, your anything, the sun's your #1 enemy. Now when you're looking at lightweight construction, first of all I want to talk about how the fact that this is vacuum laminated, not pinch rolled, and I need more time to delve into that, so if you don't know the differences you need to call us. But what I'm getting at is, any laminated trailer you can walk up and punch the wall. But walk up to the side of the slide out, do the same thing. On a Rockwood, you can keep pounding on it. Same with the rear wall. You know, this is, well, it would be 6-sided laminated, though we do have the front cap on here. So this is a 5-sided, all aluminum framed, vacuum laminated construction. It's pretty awesome. There's not a lot of other things out there that can come even close to matching that. Now this has a bunkhouse storage garage. You have this little access door back here, which is extremely wide, by the way. I mean, look how big this is. You can easily get in there to get to your stuff. Lower bed here flips up out of the way, and you can see how hard that is not. And you have this giant storage compartment back here, and it can, you push it up and there's a little latch up there that'll latch it in place. Now notice this is again all aluminum construction, so even where you're not looking, they're still putting aluminum. You know, they don't only put aluminum where you can see it, they put it everywhere. We will come back to the bunkhouse area here in just a moment. It's probably a fun little door for the kids to climb in and out of, though mom and dad may have a heart attack with them doing it. There's a roof ladder on here because unlike a fair number of lightweights, this does have a truly fully walkable roof. It's as close to a zero flex roof as you can possibly get. Roof is double crowned inside and out, and it is fully vacuum laminated itself. It's extremely strong. It's extremely strong, and the ladder's here to be able to get up and down. Even their spare tire cover is a nicer hard shell cover. Now, this little door here, this is just a little access door to like your kitchen water filter, your water pump. Easy winterization type stuff here. You even have an antifreeze inlet next to like your black tank flush, so that you don't need to carry a sticky bottle of pink antifreeze into your trailer and accidentally slosh the stuff around. So once again, we have the dual power awnings. They both have a full-length LED light strip. What's cool about that is they operate off one switch. You don't have to try searching around. A lot of manufacturers, the main awning is standard, and they'll build for a switch. But this one, they don't plan on, and they hide the switch somewhere. And on a Rockwood, it's just all seamless. I like that. They have an awesome outside kitchen. I love the way they arrange this outside kitchen. So first of all, you've got a little stovetop here with some countertop space that swings out with the help of this little gas strut. It's going to stay wherever you leave it. And it's very sturdy. It's very strong. Now, even little stuff like they're including a sink cover here where very few people don't. And ladies, if the husband gets out of line, that's pretty heavy duty. You can crack him with that. You know, the fact that they just border this up here, all these extra little details they do. Now, they've also got the full-size refrigerator as well as a microwave in their outside kitchen, which is pretty slick. You don't usually see both. You tend to see either one or the other. Even an extra outlet out here, so if you're going to fire up a griddle or a blender or whatever, you're all set. Now, notice that even in the outdoor kitchen, our entire door here is all hardwood. Now, it is well built. These things, Rockwood builds their stuff, man. They do a good job. And even out here, all LED lighting. Everything inside is 100% LED lighting. And I love the fact that with this little swing out stove here, it's just wide open. Tons of storage you can get to. Now, this is good for side dishes, but stovetops like this are not good for grilling. That's why they have the grilling station right here. This has a outdoor grill that hooks on next to this essentially, and you can slide this over to make room. I kind of centralized that. But long story short, you get this extra little utility top here that you can set next to a grill, and you can have full kitchen access over here, a real grill and side dishes, fridge, microwave, everything. This is going to save you from people going in and out of the camper all day to grab a snack. Now, another cool thing, this is your living room television. It's a 32-inch Furion, and it is the whole swing arm mount and everything comes outside. So you have outside TV and dining. Very cool. Now, Furion stuff I'm a very big fan of personally. I like the fact that they're the only thing I know of in the mobile industry, meaning marine or RV, that's been tested. They shake test the life out of this thing. And as hard as I'm shaking that, it is nothing compared to what they've done. They heat and freeze this thing very hard for a very long period of time, like up to 8 hours several times before they consider a model quality tested. The guts of this thing are metal, not plastic, so it can deal with that kind of rough abuse. It's made for that stuff. And I don't know of any other TV or stereo or outside speaker system in this business that is tested rigorously like that. There's a lot of nice electronics, but this is literally higher grade stuff than you're going to use in your house. You know, the TV in your house you set on the shelf carefully, I'm willing to bet. I doubt you just toss it up there, and then you leave it. Not this thing. This bounces down the road in a rolling earthquake with a hurricane outside, and it's there to tell the tale. Pretty impressive. Even your axles on a Rockwood are different. Oh my gosh, it's like 9.5 minutes. I haven't gone inside. I'm sorry, but there's a lot to cover on a Rockwood. So, their radial series, see, obviously are on the nice aluminum wheels, another part of the Emerald series. Each wheel has its own independent torsion axle suspension. That's something not found elsewhere in the business. That's a big deal. Not only do they have their own independent up and down travel, but they're also a rubberized shock dampening axle. So you're absorbing that violent shake down here before it gets translated up into the frame and into your vehicle. All right, I'm going to cut it short. Well, air quotes, short outside. But one thing I want to mention, their doors here are wider, and you see that they have that strut so that the wind doesn't whip it open. All right, I think we about killed the outside. Closing the door behind me here, just so we don't have any unexpected guests. Notice all of your lights, again, are LED, but they're all just on one switch. It's easy. Now, oh, crud. I want to say this is called Aspen, but remember, this unit could look different from the one that we have in our video, because you can have a different interior decor. You can have different wood tones. This is called maple. There's also a driftwood, which is like a real smoky gray. I love it. And then this is the wood plank flooring as opposed to the stone print flooring. That is all, you know, interchangeable without actually really affecting the price tag. That's what's cool, is all these different things can be exchanged. So your main slide here, your big super slide, is floor flush, and that's why they have just a tiny strip of carpet in front of it, because it helps those glide a little bit. But other than that, this is a carpetless trailer. Pardon me, there's carpet in the bedroom as well. I want to make sure I get that right. You know, listen to this. That's real wood. You don't tend to get stuff like that in the lightweight business. This has a vaulted ceiling. It has about a 3-inch arch in it just to help it feel a little bit more open. And I was talking about that no flex walk-on roof. Go pound on the ceiling panels of other trailers in the business, and then run when the salesman asks you why you punched a ceiling panel out of their trailer. We'll typically upgrade the air conditioner in this from a 13.5 to a 15,000 BTU, but looking at it, you can never see the difference. That's a way that a dealer could hide a couple $100 from you and not realize it. And devil's in the detail kind of things. You wouldn't want this door handle to smash into that wall, so they put just a little stopper up there. It's just the little stuff like that. That's what's going to help keep this thing looking amazing over time. Now, we have swapped out the standard booth for a freestanding table here. That's another one of those things that can change around. Because you have so much sleeping space, we wanted to have a nice dining area in this one. And look at all the huge, huge space that we have in here. You can actually fit in this thing. You could even have like a little stand next to this. This is a trifold hide-to-bed sleeper sofa, by the way. Where do I want to go from here? There's a lot to cover. Okay, Emerald Edition gives us Corian countertops. Now we've added the extended countertop here, and notice that the material on your countertop extension matches the material in the kitchen. Whatever type of countertop you have is the type of extension you're going to have in a Rockwood. These are true Corian. You've also got the nicer residential, you know, pull-out style sprayer here. This is an American stone cast sink. A lot of times when people see the hard surface counters, they expect stainless. I like both the stone cast and the stainless. I haven't found one superior to the other. They're both great. Both of them, like, they're not plastic. They're not going to melt if you pour hot water in them, stuff like that. Great drawer space here for all your forks and spoons and knives. They use a bigger oven in here, so even if you don't cook with it, now you've got a bigger bread box, you know, stuff like that. The cabinetry here is all screwed together. It is not glued, but they've actually done such a good job of finishing it off. I can't even show you a good example of that somewhere. I'll have to try to find another one. Refrigerator, with one of the upgrade bundles we have in here, is larger. Instead of a 6 cubic foot, this is a 17% larger 7 cubic foot. Basically, you can add 6 more Hungry Man dinners to that thing. It makes a difference. The bathroom here is just, it's not that it's significantly different from anything else you've seen, it's the touches. Like, they have the little shower caddy in here, because these little shelves, you can't keep a bottle of shampoo on those things to save your life, especially if someone's moving around in the camper. So they give you a place to put all that. They're actually giving you a nice skylight. We still have LED lighting in here. Now we have a bigger Max Air fan in the bathroom of a Rockwood. Anywhere you see a Max Air fan in a Rockwood, you also get the roof vent cover. And if you look, you see those fins in there. That's what that is. You can leave this thing open even in the rain. Just extra stuff like they throw a shelf here where nobody does. Extra stuff like they give you a window for some light where nobody does. Extra stuff like a big sink you can actually wash your hands in where very few do. And directly across from the bathroom, we have either a pantry or a linen cabinet or some combination of the two. They're firing on all cylinders there. Now, this is one of the few trailers in production today that still has dual section shades. What's nice is you can get Lite with 100% privacy. Now, remember, you have UV tinted windows. It's still very hard to see in here, but if you do this, no one's going to see in here. Now, if you pull this one down, you blot out the sun, and all these windows open for ventilation. The bunkhouse is awesome, of course. So this upper bunk here, you see they include a ladder, so you don't got to throw the kids there. Every bunk has its own window. Remember, this bottom bunk flips up and down for a garage. We've got multiple drawers here so that the kids actually have a place to put their own socks and underwear and whatnot and keep them out of the way. We have amazing shelf space in here, and that actually wraps all the way around behind a rear wardrobe. Now, not only do we have a rear wardrobe for the kids, but there's also additional drawer space below it. And over here, above the outside kitchen, we have a big kid bunk. This is about 50% wider, so it's good for larger kids or adult guests. Now notice too, we have double AC runs. There's 2 AC vents here. That's giving you more superior airflow in here, and it'll just be more comfortable. It's just going to keep up more easily. Talked about the sofa, talked about that. All right, we're moving along pretty well. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. The TV you saw is on a swing arm. So even if you're sitting all the way down here in the sofa on the side of this thing, it can pivot around and face you. This center island entertainment center, very popular because it's very easy to build and it's very space effective. It's a great design. But if you just mount a TV flat, nobody gets a good look at it. It's a waste of a TV. So in a Rockwood, that swing arm, everybody gets to see it. Plus, their stereo here, it's Bluetooth, it's DVD, it's everything. You can actually download a free app on your phone to turn your phone into a Bluetooth wireless remote control for this thing. So you don't even need to have a remote control. And they're actually including high-def wiring. They're not just giving you high-def capable electronics, they're doing actual high-def wiring as well. This is neat. Well, first of all, we have true pocket doors. Your bedroom doors, you see, are they're hidden in here. We've got nicer fabric poles instead of plastic that'll get cold and snap. We even have magnetic wall latches so that this thing stays in place at night. And again, it's shake proof. We have Serta mattress. We have a nice Serta mattress. Is it the Serta you're going to put in your house? Is it a Sleep Number? No. It's way better than the cheap blue wafer you normally get in this business, though. The big front window here I love because it opens up this bedroom and adds so much light in here. And I also want to point out how we have outlets on both sides of the bed, and there's actually USB plugs over there. The outlets are against your headboard, so they're perfect for CPAPs. Now this is another area where they've really differentiated themselves by having a wardrobe slide in this thing. This is a 5th wheel feature in an ultralight travel trailer. That's pretty cool. And what it's doing is it's quadrupling the closet hanging space that you would normally get in something like this. And it's tall enough and deep enough, you could always put like a little stackable shelf organizer in there. And just little detail stuff, like you actually have a bedroom light switch. I just have a dying battery box, so they're not very bright. I gotta get that thing replaced. Now, they don't do a spinning TV because you lose some privacy, but they do build a wall backer in here, so you can add a bedroom TV here if you want with little plugs down there. There's lots more to learn about these. I've barely even I haven't really touched on a lot of the frame construction and stuff, but I got to wrap this up. So give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, happy camping, everybody. Have fun.